Laos and the United States are set to deepen bilateral ties, while expanded cooperation with the U.S. is also expected to increase financial aid for the clearance of unexploded ordnance, or UXO.
You may have heard of the what's sometimes referred to as the U.S. rebalance toward Asia.
U.S. Ambassador to Laos Daniel A. Clune told local media on Monday that U.S. President Barack Obama is expected to announce new cooperation areas with Laos in the coming months.
We are very much committed to working with Laos on education, and I think President Obama will have some interesting announcements about that.
The president is scheduled to visit Laos in September to attend the East Asia Summit and the Asean-US Summit. MrClune spoke to the media during a reception at the U.S. Embassy in Vientiane to mark the U.S. Independence Day.
Well, I'd say at this point, Laos-U.S. relations are at an all-time high. Our goal is, as the United States, is to be a trusted and reliable partner with Laos,
including the preservation of historic manuscripts and museum collections, and the
ambassador said the U.S. is looking for future areas of cooperation in which both sides share common values, such as education, health, and child nutrition.
Well, I think President Obama will have some announcements of interesting and significant new areas of cooperation, but I will leave that to him to announce. I won't steal his thunder by telling the news before he arrives.
In recent years, top U.S. diplomats have visited Laos. In 2012, then Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton made an official visit to Laos, followed by her successor, John Kerry, who came to Laos earlier this year.
Well, the most significant by far, I think, is 2 months in the future now when President Barack Obama will come here in September and visit Laos, and he will be the first U.S. president ever to visit Laos. So that will be truly historic and will be a symbol of the state of U.S.-Laos relations at this time.
Ambassador Clune said the upcoming visit by President Obama, who will be the first ever U.S. president to visit Laos, will be a historic symbol in Laos-U.S. relations. President Obama is scheduled to meet President Bunyang Vorachit during his visit. Ambassador Clune confirmed that the U.S. is considering increasing financial assistance to help Laos accelerate clearance of the UXO in Laos.
We are considering an increase in the level of our assistance to the UXO sector. But again, this is an announcement that the President will make when he's here in September. So I don't want to steal his thunder by making the announcement before he gets here.
According to UXO Laos, during the Indochina War from 1964 to 1973, more than 2 million tons of bombs were dropped on Lao territory by warplanes. About 30% failed to detonate and continued to maim and kill thousands of civilians in the years since the war ended. The United States has been helping to locate and clear UXO for more than half a decade, starting with $5 million a year and gradually increasing funding to $15 million last year and $19.5 million this year. In addition, accounting for Americans missing in action in Laos during the Indochina War has been a special focus of bilateral relations between Laos and the U.S.
On the economic side, since Laos received normal trade relations, I think in 2004, 2005, trade has increased fivefold. It's 5 times as large as it used to be. But it's still, to be frank, very small, and we have a lot of work to do to increase trade further. So that's part of my job, is to get out there and spread the word about Laos to U.S. businesses, and we have U.S. businesses who are operating here. I think most recently Coca-Cola opened a bottling plant in Vientiane last year, and we expect other major corporations to make announcements soon.